What kind of man you looking for, honey?
Okay, I got a long list.
You have a long list.
A long list. I wrote it down. So he must be spiritual. He needs to enjoy outdoor activities. He must be calm, dominant, respectful, financially secure, loyal, responsible, honest, kind, authentic, thoughtful, a good communicator, athletic, health conscious, tall. I'm not finished. Affectionate, emotionally available. He must be a gentleman, hygienic, has nice teeth, patient, dressed sophisticatedly, not skinny.
So what I'm hearing is a man that's out of your league. Usually when people make a long list like that, it is usually a huge red flag to their character. It means that no matter what, nobody will ever be good enough for them. There will always be a deal breaker. The thing is, if you love someone for who they are, you'll more than notice every good quality about them. And it's not that you're supposed to list out all those qualities that you want necessarily before you end up in a relationship, but you find someone who meshes with you, who you have the same likes, you're attracted to, and then you'll find that through you working on that love with that person and building that relationship with that person, that list will become something that you form as a result of being with that person, through being with that person. It's not something you're supposed to make ahead of time. And for someone in her situation and condition, with as much baggage as she's carrying, I don't think she's in any position to be making that kind of list. It should boil down to 3 things that are most important for you and your mate. Do we have the same interests? Are we attracted to each other? Are we both committed to making it work long term? That's it.
Do you have any kids?
I have 2.
2 kids. How old are your children?
23 and one will be 18 on Christmas.
Okay, same man?
No.
Have you ever been married?
Yes.
Okay, when did you get divorced?
September 15th. It was finalized.
Oh, this year?
Yes.
You just got divorced like a month ago.
I've been waiting to get on the show. You said got to be single, so hurried up and got that.
Oh, you already ready, girl. You've been divorced for a month and said it's time for the next one.
Yes, ma'am.
You don't have to answer, but do you want to share why you got divorced?
It was an abusive relationship, and then he turned into a meth addict, and it wasn't his. I don't believe that it was his fault that he turned into a meth addict. He was trying to self-soothe, I guess, because our daughter died, and he couldn't do.
Because your daughter died?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear what happened to your daughter.
She was run over by the electric company and then overdosed at the hospital.
I would have needed some time to process that. Wow, that is a lot. That is a tremendous amount of strain to put on a relationship. It's just one person, but it makes a lot of sense now why this woman is putting all these requirements down for dating. It's really unfortunate that happened to her, but the answer is not to get out there as soon as possible a month after you've just divorced. Now, granted, people when they divorce, before the divorce is finalized, it's usually they've fallen out of love or they don't want to be together, so they've already disconnected emotionally from that person for the most part, way before the divorce comes into play. Most people have already moved on. Understandable. But at the same time, with all that stuff that has occurred in her past, the one thing that she needs to be doing right now, rather than making a list that seems to be a requirement in search of some kind of mythical creature that doesn't exist, or one that's not attainable to someone of her stature, is to find a therapist, because there is obviously some remnant trauma, not just from her past and the things that have recently happened alongside this person with whom she shared her romantic journey, but possibly even her childhood. The thing is, we can say it's kind of unfortunate for her husband to have done that, but usually people's character usually gives itself away before they make choices such as that. Somebody who you know has a high propensity to abuse drugs or to cave in on themselves with pressure, you'll usually pick those things up after being with them for a while and knowing. I'm not saying it can't happen to anyone, but I'm pretty sure there were red flags about the person way before. And she might have been willing to overlook those things, or she just fell in love with that person because she said that one of the kids has a different father. So I'm assuming the latest child and her daughter belong to this person who she recently got divorced with. Regardless of whether or not she lost her child, which is unfortunate, it's completely disconnected from the fact that she's delusional and expecting one person to fulfill all of this, or thinking that a person just happens to have all these traits would be attainable to her. With a person who is this well-rounded and essentially perfect, which we know there's no such thing as that, why would that person choose someone like her who has all of these issues to contend with? Expecting a person like that to be there and cater to your wants and desires and to be everything you want them to be while not putting yourself in a similar class is very selfish and very entitled. It's not just her, there's a lot lot of people out there that do the same thing. You either think that you were higher than you actually are in status, or you're just severely oblivious. And I get the feeling that there is a hint of selfishness going on here. I don't know what happened with their past or why her husband or previous relationships didn't work out. Sometimes it's just bad matching, sometimes it's her, sometimes it's him, could be both of them. But judging from what other things she says, it makes me believe that she might not be ready for a relationship and she has a lot of work to do on herself because she comes across as very selfish. And here's why.
I'm not gonna say that this guy has to be extremely exclusive to me, but I definitely have to feel like I'm the most important person in your life.
So you're open to him having other women as long as you're the main girl?
No, I need to feel like I'm the most important person in your life. So if you can accomplish seeing other people while still making it so, I feel like I'm the most important person in your life, then yeah, how about it?
Most important person as in the females he's dating, or just overall?
Overall, the most important person in your life.
Over his, what if he has children?
Yeah, I would prefer him not to have children.
See, that right there is extremely toxic to me. You yourself have children, you yourself having lost a child, and yet you would rather that person not have a child. So you don't think that the person who you want probably wouldn't prefer you having children either? Do you know how much further that narrows down your prospects aside from this long astronomical list that you formed? I've said it many times and I'll say it again. There are certain people who are not fit to be parents and they should not have children. They are free to do whatever they want. That's the freedom of that, but I don't believe everyone is suitable to be a parent, and I don't believe everyone is suitable to be in a relationship either. If you're this selfish, the only thing that can come out of you finding someone like that is that you will completely ruin them and they will leave you because you are so far beneath them in terms of your class and just basic human courtesy that they would be crazy to stay with someone like you. Furthermore, I know it's probably just me, but if I'm going on a site to tell some love guru or whoever this person is supposed to be what my requirements are for a mate, I would think you would do your best to look put together. Your fashion is all over the place. You're wearing a choker while you're also wearing this long textured chain. Your hair is a mess. It's either you're gonna go with the curly natural look or you're gonna go with the wavy look. I don't know, maybe she has heat damage, maybe she's wearing crochets or something. But put yourself together. You cannot come on there and say that you're trying to get away from your past and your husband who is a meth addict, but yet you come on screen looking like one. If people are going to be this high-minded with the types of romantic partners they expect to cater to them, then you should at least show yourself in the best light. Because you never know, that partner may be watching the stream with the same things in mind. Usually men like that, in that list that she made, they're not on these streams. They're not wasting time doing this. They're usually freaking rich. They're rolling around in more puss than they know what to do with. And the puss don't look like that.